So I think we all agree Boston in the coming out of the East.
Yeah, coming out of the East. The AL Central, I don't think that's any any mystery.
No. Right.
Cleveland's going to rule that division. Detroit maybe second, and then I've got a toss-up after that. I mean, you got KC, the Twins, and the White Sox. You can put those teams, anywhere you want. Cleveland signed Edward Encarnacion, which is a huge signing. They lost Mike Napoli, but I think Edwin will fill that fine. And the thing you got to remember too is two of Cleveland's best starters, Carlos Casaro and Danny Salazar, didn't even pitch the last half of the season. They were non-factors in October, and they were their two of their best starters. And also Michael Brantley was one of their power guys, was out most of the season. So they were playing at a huge disadvantage, and yet they could have won that World Series. They took the Cubs to the last game, and they very well could have won. So I like the Indians there, and probably the Tigers. Although there has been speculation that if the Tigers get off slow, come trade deadline, they might start dangling Justin Verlander and Miguel Cabrera if they don't see themselves going anywhere and they want to strengthen their farm system. But I like Cleveland, Detroit, and like I say, a toss-up. I'll say KC, the Twins, and White Sox.
You want me to go, Vince?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm with you there. And I think the big thing about the Cleveland situation is there's 7, 8, and 9, pitchers that come in and take over on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's just with Miller and those guys, they shut teams down. So they obviously added more firepower, and then they kept their strength in their pitching. So I think Cleveland's they'll hold there. And I went with Detroit second. I slid the White Sox into third place, but I'm with you there, John. White Sox, Kansas City, and Minnesota.
Yeah, I think we're in complete agreement. I've got a Cleveland, Detroit, KC, Minnesota, and then the White Sox. Cleveland's, again, like Boston, the class of the Central. Going to be tough to beat them. Tough to say that to go against them returning to the World Series. I think they're going to be great. Detroit looks like they might sneak in for a wild card, but I don't think they're going to challenge Cleveland. And I'll go to the 538, and it's got Indians with the best rotation according to their numbers, and the Tigers, Royals, White Sox, and then the Twins bringing up the rear there. And according to Vegas, it's got Cleveland at 93.5 over under win totals. Then it's the Detroit Tigers 83.5, Minnesota 75.5, Kansas City Royals 74.5, and then your White Sox 68.5. Still
my White Sox.
Yeah, well, you picked them second, so
no, I picked them third.
Third,
yeah,
behind the Tigers.
Yeah,
okay.
Correct.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
positive.
All right, good. I think it's going to be just a big cluster down at the bottom. Yeah. So we'll see. But Cleveland, they're just so good.
They're clearly the class of that team.
And they got a great coach. That's the other thing. They love to play for Francona.
Francona's a player's coach.